Why you sat like that? What are you
So
looking
now,
at?
mate,
Just looking at yourself? Or just looking directly at the
always look
listeners?
down the lens, don't you?
You don't always know.
You have to
forgot
look
how
down the
No,
lens.
you forgot
When you're
how to do
acting
it.
in any program,
This isn't acting.
you have to
This
look
is
right
not
down the
acting.
lens.
No.
Acting isn't looking down the lens.
This isn't acting.
And-
Unless
Acting
you
is looking.
flea bag.
Sunil's Fleabag. Twist.
Still haven't seen that second series yet.
Oh, all right.
Welcome to a new episode of Why
Cool.
Is Harriet Crying?
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello.
We had a fun time after our last episode, didn't we? Because we went to the theatre. Do you remember when we went to the
It's
theatre?
not a theatre, it's a musical theatre.
What's a
It's
theatre? What are we talking
theatre.
about?
You don't. What else do you call it?
Musical.
No, we saw a musical at a theatre.
All right, yeah, fine.
Yeah,
Theatre
thank
encompasses
you.
play
Yes.
I had a
and
nice
musical.
time.
Yes. Did you?
I didn't have as nice a time as other people there.
Yeah. Some
But it
people
was-
had the fun for everybody.
Yeah.
For me, I think, like, fair play to them.
We
But
have to
it-
say what we saw. We saw
Six.
Six.
the musical.
And I was really impressed at how good the like performances, the singing and stuff was. But I didn't really know what was going on.
Yes.
Well, there wasn't really a story, was there? But it was like a good.
That's
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
It felt
show.
like a presentation more than a story,
It was like a
maybe in my
concert,
mind.
yeah.
It was good singing
It
and
was
good
very good singing.
and good stories actually, but that is what
It's
history
some interesting
is.
facts, I
Yeah.
suppose, coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected from that, but I think it was interesting, well worth going to.
Yeah.
I'll
That
probably,
was your,
in order to like understand musicals, I probably have to watch one of those big epic ones.
or do a PhD in musicals.
Do a PhD
maybe.
in musicals, maybe
One
you
or
just
the
try and
other.
do
Yeah,
that.
so you have to do one of the two maybe, and probably make the PhD is more sensible because that was your first musical. So it kind of was like an introduction to musicals, but like wasn't really a musical.
I think the people
Yeah.
that went to see that musical and enjoyed it have seen a lot of musicals
I've
already.
seen a lot of musicals and
yeah.
I
Seen loads.
liked it, but
Yeah.
I also felt, I don't want to. I was going to say something, but I don't know if I should say it.
Felt.
It
Out
had a
of
little
place.
bit of the GCSE bite size about it,
But
where
that
it's
was
like
the
a
audience.
presenting.
It was teaching you about the history.
But that's what the
Teaching
audience
you about
was
the
there
history.
for.
Yes,
There
I
was a lot
felt
of
like there was a
teenage
lot of
girls.
teenage girls there who were studying it at school, and I'm not at school anymore. I don't need to learn. I stopped learning
You
as
stopped
soon
learning,
as I
yeah,
left
yeah,
school,
yeah.
so I don't want to be taught anything.
Well, I believe in lifelong learning.
Well, I
And I
don't.
learned
No,
nothing from
I
this.
don't want to learn in my life, and I don't like it when I'm tricked into learning. When
You're
I go
learning
somewhere for a
now.
good time. No, I'm not.
You're
I stopped
learning all the
learning many
time.
years ago.
No, you've learned
no,
stuff.
I won't.
So you haven't learned any comedy?
No.
Anything
If
about
anything,
comedy?
I've gone backwards.
Gone backwards.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
but it was a fun trip, wasn't it?
It was a fun
It was a
trip.
wonderful trip.
Yeah,
I
and it
really
was
liked
very exciting. I
Yeah.
found it exciting. I just didn't like the teaching element of it.
Yeah, I didn't really
Yeah.
notice that so much. I didn't feel like they were talking down to me in any way.
I felt talked down to, but
Did
maybe
you?
that's because I am smarter. So if you're smarter, then when people talk down to you, you notice it more.
Or insecure.
Whereas they were just talking to your level.
Yeah.
We should take you to a musical.
Yeah,
like a
we
proper
should.
musical.
Yeah,
Les
we
Mis,
should.
like a
Yeah, Les Mis.
good
Yeah,
big
yeah.
classic.
Something that's
Yeah,
like 5
let's
hours
do
long or
that. I
something.
don't actually not Les Mis though,
Why not?
but I don't know.
like-
I don't want to see it.
Really?
We'll see
You've never
something
seen it?
else. I have seen it.
Didn't like it.
I did like it.
Didn't get it.
I did get
Top of your
it.
head.
I did get it actually.
Get
but
it.
we got you a present from Sixth Musical because we knew
We
how
worked
much you
together.
like
As well, were
it.
you
Yeah,
We worked together.
yeah. It
I,
was
I was your
very
distraction
difficult.
while she went
I
to the
saw
shop.
it was under her top.
Yeah,
No, I
and then
don't
I
know
said,
what you're
and then I
talking
said, don't
about.
look
No.
over there. Don't look over there.
Yeah, Elliot did a lot of dance. You
Great,
didn't look.
looking forward to
What
this.
do you think it is?
I swear to God, if it's an item of clothing, I'll walk out of this podcast.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it
It's a
goes in the
blanket, isn't it?
category of an element of closing.
Yeah.
I said closing because I panicked.
All right, I'll just wear it at home.
Where do you think it is right now?
Closing.
Where do you think it is right now?
Is it on me?
No,
Oh, is one of you wearing it?
no.
Where is it?
It's up my top like it was when we were I've had to sit here for so long with it up my
Yeah,
top.
but I'm not going to be like, Harriet, you've got a bit
Oh yeah.
tubby.
Actually, I think I've had this on for ages.
Have
I hadn't
you?
even realised. So people that are watching are going to think that I...
The people in the last
Yeah, in the
episode.
last episode when
Did
we did
you?
the...
You had it in
I
the
think
last
I had
episode.
it on. I've had it up here for quite a while actually.
You've actually had it on for 2 weeks.
Ever since we went to the theatre, I've had it up here. Okay, anyways.
Getting seats on
So
the
you
tube.
can remember our
Big
trip.
unveiling.
Yeah.
Do
Yep.
watch us on YouTube if you want to see it.
Oh,
Look,
Oh, it's a little tote bag. That's nice.
A tote bag.
That's not an item of clothing. That's very nice.
That's very helpful.
It's very helpful
Very nice,
for
that.
carrying things.
Oh, so you want people to know that I've been to this musical?
Yes, so
that's
people
actually a very
know
high
that you
quality
went to
tote
it.
bag.
Very nice. Go see and you got the crown for the
I'm a
Queen.
I'm a bit worried because I think if I use this,
What?
we've got a bag of bags at home, and I'm afraid that Jay is going to use it. and
You
leave
think
it at
something's
work or
inside
something.
it.
Don't give it to Jay.
He's
Don't,
looking
don't
for
give
an
it to
extra
anyone
present.
else.
She'll
Don't
take
have
it.
some-
She'll
stop
take
looking
it.
for another present. It's
That's very
No,
kind of you.
you're going to
Thank
give
you.
it to Jay. Don't give it to Jay.
I'm
It's
not
for
gonna give it
you
to
to wear
anyone.
every day.
Where?
Yeah.
And every day you don't wear it will be a day that.
Oh, thankfully it's only one-sided.
No, you can't. You don't have your hand on that
Absolutely
side.
ungrateful.
That was so ungrateful.
No, that's very kind
It
of you.
was
Thank
really
you.
expensive for what it was, which is basically just a canvas bag.
£10.
15.
We nearly got you a
Really?
T-shirt.
Yeah.
We nearly got you a T-shirt that said
I would've
"Sorry, not
preferred-
sorry."
I would've
Yeah, I
preferred a
wanted to
hoodie.
get you Sorry Not Sorry the t-shirt, but I knew you'd never wear it, whereas I knew you'd find
I'd
this
wear it
really
at home.
practical.
And it's black. You love carrying.
I love
you know,
wearing black.
black stuff.
Yeah, so
That's very
black
kind
bag
of you
for you,
guys.
yeah.
Thank you so
You're
much.
so welcome.
You're so welcome. Happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
So, how long would it been since this episode came
A
out?
couple of months now.
Yeah,
You-
well,
About a month.
well,
About
now.
a month. Not even a month.
More than
Yeah.
Oh yeah, be over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you had a good birthday, did you?
Yeah, I had a good birthday.
Yeah.
Went to the cinema, didn't I?
Yeah, okay. So should we get our guest in?
Is that it?
That's it. You want another gift?
Do you want-
I sent a gift to your house. I sent you this.
Send me the
What else do you want?
Nice. No, thank you both
Okay.
so much. What's this?
Bit of dirt on the
Scratch on the
table.
table.
Okay.
Fuck, you
It's
were
a
on the
scratch.
table. That's when you just picked up that thing.
What?
You just fuck the table.
When I picked up the thing?
You just scratched that off with your thumb.
I did that.
You now Sunil has
And
to get
now
me a
you're-
table.
What are you
Yeah,
talking
that's
about?
what you need to
Yeah,
get me
yeah.
a table.
There's this bit of foil. That's what I picked up.
That's what you just scratched off,
That's
and then you
not
got rid of the
foil.
surface of the table.
Why would you do that? You're in
I'm
someone
never
else's
doing-
What is
house.
wrong
I'm
with
leaving
you?
this podcast.
No, you're not.
I'm never doing this podcast.
Oh, you're
again.
going to go be on the radio, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go and do my radio show, which is on every weekend, every Saturday, 1 till 4.
Well, this is fortnightly, so
More
good for you,
special.
yes, more unique. Please
Uh,
welcome our guest, Jenny Collier.
Harriet's got a personal trainer. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Your
What
personal
is-
trainer gave you flowers?
No.
No.
They
What
were
do they make you
unrelated.
do? Like get hench?
Yeah, I'm just getting really hench. Yeah. Have you noticed?
What are you working on? What
s-
muscle groups?
Abs.
Are you?
Not really, I don't know. Just any muscle, really.
Any
Just
muscle.
trying to build a muscle. Just one would be really nice.
Face muscle.
Yeah, one, yeah. Really strong face is what I want.
Can
Have
you
we
go to a personal
started?
trainer and say,
Yeah, we
I'm
could
trying
go.
to work on my cheek muscles?
You could, but then what they'll say is you can't isolate muscles.
Oh.
That's what they'll say, yeah. Because I don't know if they're just like, I guess we'll just see what happens.
I
They
thought personal
don't really have
trainers are
control.
people that have just spent ages in a gym already.
Yes,
Really?
yes.
There's no qualification, is there?
No, you can absolutely start tomorrow.
Can I?
If you wanted to, yeah.
Jenny Collier's got something to
yes.
say.
I used to be a personal trainer.
Oh my
Are you
god.
serious?
I was waiting for my moment. But then when you said that you could just do it tomorrow, I was like, I have to interject. That is not correct. I spent a lot of really pointless money to become a personal trainer, and I'd never been to the gym before
Really?
I became one,
What?
and I haven't been since I qualified.
Why?
This is madness.
Why
When
did
was
you-
this?
Was this
Um,
before comedy?
It was just as I was quitting normal work
Oh,
and going
just
into
sort of
comedy. So I was,
transitional
yeah,
work,
exactly, yeah.
Did you do any personal training work?
Yeah, a small amount,
Yeah.
and then I got asked to stop
Bye.
by my boss. So I by my
You must
boss.
stop. You must,
You must
please.
stop working for me.
Please stop training people, please.
So I met a man through a comedian
Yeah.
who ran a boot camp company, and they have like boot camps in the mornings in
Oh,
parks.
in the parks, yeah. Okay.
And so he was like, "Oh, do you know what? It's January and I hate the rain and being up at 5, so I'll just get this new personal trainer to come and do it for me." And I did it for like 3 months, and everyone in the class complained about me because I was so shit.
What,
And
how
so
were
What are
you
you
shit?
doing?
Um,
You're just
so I
going,
because
you're too slow.
no,
You're
I was really good.
shit."
They all were purple at the end of the sessions. They definitely got worked. But the trouble was I didn't have a car at the time. And so my equipment consisted of boxing gloves and pads, skipping ropes, and a big tarpaulin for them to do like body weight exercises on when it was rainy and too muddy to do. So I was trying, but
Yeah.
there's only so much you can take on the 2 buses that I used to have to get and leave my house at 4.
Yeah.
It was really harrowing.
And gigging as well in the evening.
Gigging as well, and also working in a bathroom showroom in the day. It was a really difficult
Which
time of my
bathroom
life.
showroom were you in?
Bathrooms International.
Where's that?
It's in Knightsbridge.
Ooh.
I remember this because you had jokes
Wha-
about the expensive toilets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched a documentary about comedians. One of them was a furniture salesman.
Oh really?
Similar vibe where like they're doing this serious sales job in the day
Yeah.
and then trying to do jokes about sofas in the evening. And people are like, we don't care. I don't care about your sofa job, mate.
Yeah. Sometimes people were like, "Why are you telling us about tax?" But I was like, "A footballer came in and bought 11 shitters."
Did you get confused between them? Like you were like, I don't know. No, that doesn't make sense.
Between the
But
shitters.
between the 3 jobs. So
Oh.
you'd be like trying
Between
to
the
train
11
people in the
toilets.
sofa shop and then like try and sell sofas on stage. I don't know, I'd get confused. The 3 jobs are busy, you're tired.
Yeah.
You'd be
I
doing
was
different
trying to
things.
get
yeah.
people to laugh themselves thin.
yeah. So how did you have to train? How long was the training?
The training was, I think, about 3 months every weekend, or every other weekend maybe.
Is it actually doing the exercises?
Doing the exercises, but like learning about muscle groups, learning about how you can't get a 6-pack without first of all like losing fat, and then like eating, setting a little timer and eating steamed chicken every 2 hours,
Nice.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or just
What about Oreos?
Where do they
I've
fit
eaten a
into
lot
the
of
food groups?
Oreos,
Yes,
they go
is that
straight to my
bad?
neck actually.
Oh, really?
I need a longer neck. Can I get a longer neck? My neck's too short.
There's probably stretches you could do to make it longer, or there's probably a way you could cut your beard that makes it look longer.
That's interesting.
Like if you had your beard just started here, like just beneath your chin.
I don't like. Have
and
you ever
then
seen men
it
who have
would look
beards
long.
that don't go all the way down to their neck?
Super creepy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like a little
Yeah.
chin strap.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
But if you did that, maybe your neck would look longer. Because at the moment, it just goes from nose to chest. That's the problem. There's no in between.
Yeah, it's my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the
feel
chin
safe.
strap beard. I'm going to look out for that.
Oh,
around
there's
the
loads.
place.
It's whenever they've shaved it underneath the chin,
Alright.
usually, and it's awful. It's usually it's on men who don't have well-defined chins, so
Right.
it gives them a bit. They think it gives them a bit of definition, but
Yeah.
Might try and do that.
on yourself.
Yeah.
You've got quite defined chin though.
That is so nice of you. I've been really
What?
self-conscious about my chin.
Have you?
Thank you so much.
Well, you've got a proper jawline.
I'm worried
It doesn't
I
like
have a
go
double
into your
chin.
neck.
No, I'm worried I have a double chin.
You haven't got a double chin.
Oh my god!
Do
thank
that?
You
Make
so
yourself have a
much.
double
No,
chin?
yeah, then I do.
There you
But
go.
yeah. But I've been really self-conscious about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, don't be.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome
I'm
to
running
Jenny
down with
Collier,
the
who's our
podcast
guest.
now. Yeah. We've got Jenny on. Jenny's a very funny comedian.
Thanks.
You're just gonna have a drink. Just have a drink.
Sorry, I was having SodaStream water in a mug.
Yeah.
I had to swill out the tea with SodaStream. and
Ew!
drink
I would
them.
have got you a glass. You
Well,
just
you
asked for a
didn't.
glass.
You should have kept your attention on your guests.
You're not my guest.
I am.
You're the
I'm a guest
co-host.
in-
You're not a guest. You're the co-host.
Thank you.
Why are you taking that
Finally,
like a compliment?
why not? You take everything as a compliment.
Yeah, I do. Thank you. Thank you so much. What?
Sorry, I just noticed you've got a Lucha Libre
Yeah.
rug on the wall.
Our agents gave it to us as a Christmas present
That's
because
nice.
when we went to Mexico and we took part in the Lucha
Yeah.
Libre wrestling competition.
Amazing.
But we didn't want to put it on the floor because then it'll get muddy.
What did you get your agent as a present? Oh, not this again.
What?
Don't you go every Christmas and give everyone in your agency presents and it costs you a fortune?
Yeah, I started it and then I couldn't stop.
Who's your agent, if you don't mind me asking?
United.
Right.
But they're so sweet, but there's loads of them, and then I just I panic and I get everybody presents because I feel bad to just turn up with one, and then but then I make Bobby go in.
Do they
'Cause
feel
Bobby
like-
quite likes it. He dresses like goes in as like Santa,
Does
and it's
he?
like gifts for everybody. Whereas I'm too embarrassed to do that, so I just let him do that. He loves it.
When I had an agent, I brought them Christmas presents, and they notably didn't say thank you.
Really?
Yeah, it was really odd. I brought in a big panettone for everyone in general,
Yeah.
and I was quite skint at the time, and I got a bottle of wine and a bottle of whiskey for two of the, like one each for one of the boys, who I worked most closely with, and they just didn't say thank you, and
They
it was
just
really
looked
weird.
at
They
it
just
and
were
then-
like, right, and then I was like, and where should I put this about the panettone? And they were just like, oh, just like in the kitchen, and there was just not a single. They just didn't say the word thank you, and I just found it really alarming. It's like how do you train to not say thank you when somebody gives it like. That would be work for me to just
Yeah,
actively
that
be
would
like,
be. I it's just such an instinct. Even when someone is so rude, I'm like, thank you so much. Oh my god, thank you. I can't not say it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Happy
difficult.
times.
Yeah. Are you quite an emotional person? Are you a together person?
I think I'm quite emotional. Yeah.
I think you're like me. See, Sunil is the cold, dead inside
No,
type.
I know. I've
Yeah.
changed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When have you been emotional recently? Okay, well, I think that was clear. No,
Don't know.
yeah. So you haven't really changed.
Yeah.
You just got rained on. That's what.
Yeah, I got rained on. That was sad.
Yeah, that was sad. Yeah,
Very
you did
windy.
look sad. Yeah, because you had
Very
water
windy
on
and
your
I had tears
glasses.
in my
Yeah.
eyes because of the wind.
No, that wasn't tears. That was just rain.
Oh.
Your eyes felt wet, so you were like,
Yeah,
finally
yeah.
an emotion, but just because your eyes got wet. Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
cried in the shower, or it might have just been the water.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Yeah, it's good though if you cry in the shower because nobody knows. It is good. That was a bleak sentence, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So good.
I was going to have a shower today, but last night I dropped a plant pot in my bathroom. And I haven't cleaned it up.
What does this mean?
There's just a pot with an aloe vera plant in it. All the earth is all on the ground, and I'm like, I just can't be bothered.
Yeah.
So I just came straight here.
So you just left it for someone else to deal with?
No, it's my bathroom. It's my ensuite.
Oh, you have an that was just a long story to tell everybody you have an ensuite. Yeah.
Lucky me.
Oh, wow. Do you make aloe vera gel?
No, not from the plant.
No, it's
No.
just they're just nice.
It's there because it's nice, yeah.
Is it going to survive the plant?
Probably not. It's
You're
on
not
the
worried
floor at
about
the
it?
moment. It was dying. Aloe vera plants are incredibly hardy. I probably could repot it.
Yeah, you should rush home.
Okay.
You could still save it. No, not right now.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we're quite similar because you're saying that you cry quite a lot.
I don't
Yeah.
think of Jenny as a crier though.
I think of Jenny as a crier. What do you think of Jenny as? What do you think of her as?
Just a nice normal person who doesn't cry all the time.
You can be nice
Thanks.
and normal and cry all the time.
She said thank you to that earlier compliment.
Oh yeah.
I do look like I cry all the time because my
Do you?
eyes look like sheep's guts. Yeah.
Sheep's
Look like
guts.
what?
Because they're just really puffy all the time.
They're not
Like
puffy now.
I've got eye bags for years. And so it looks like I cry myself to sleep every night, which I don't do.
Do you use eye gel?
No, because anything that I put on it to try and alleviate it
Yeah.
just makes it worse.
Oh, really?
So it's a little fun vicious circle of eye bag lols.
You got eye bags.
Not
You
a
say-
single eye
You
bag.
say you've got eye bags.
Have you? You've got glitter makeup on
Yeah, I know. I put makeup on.
for this.
Yeah.
I wish I'd
put
known it
on-
was filmed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Because I've
That's
got
the
my
problem,
swollen
yeah.
lymph node right in the
You
view
pointed
Made
it out
there.
now.
yeah, we put you on the swollen lymph node
You can
side.
shift yourself round.
You could put your back to it if you want.
Then
Be
it'll show how
mysterious.
asymmetrical
Yeah.
my head is. With
What's,
this, like,
what's with your swollen lymph?
I've just got a
lymph
swollen
node?
lymph node.
What
I
does that
just
mean?
get it from time to time. And the doctors are like, tell someone who gives a shit. So
Can you
I've-
please stop annoying them with your medical issues? Actually, Jenny, they're
just
very
like,
busy.
They're
yeah.
like, just put some moisturiser on it and just fuck off.
Moisturiser, really?
Yeah, they're really. I mean, I think I'm actually cleverer than a doctor when it comes to my
Can I
lymph
see
nodes. I'm not going to show it to you in the camera way, but can you see that? There's like a P, like a
Yeah,
P.
absolutely can see it.
P.
Yeah.
It's not too big.
I think Bobby might have a swollen lymph node.
If someone should tell him.
Yeah.
I get them
Never
quite.
tell him. I'm never gonna tell him. He has a swollen one behind his ear. But does it do anything?
No, it just makes like
Oh, I've got one.
earrings a bit
No, I've got
painful.
a spot.
Yeah, they come and go.
Sorry,
They come and go.
yeah, yeah.
So
You've
like,
got a big spot.
Yeah. I sometimes get like swelling on my face if I eat too many peanuts.
Then you're
really.
allergic to peanuts, maybe.
If I eat a lot of peanuts.
You just get fat from all the peanuts, probably.
Yeah. No, as I said to Harriet, I've got 3
Yeah.
weeks till I've got to do some photos for Edinburgh, so I'm probably going to get ripped.
Well, Jenny could train
Jenny,
you.
how many protein bars should I eat to get there?
I mean, I am actually a nutritional advisor as well.
What? This is so good.
But-
When
Should I
did you
have
learn to
bought-
do that?
Hey,
When did you learn to do that?
same
Part of the
time as
thing.
the personal training.
Should I have
What?
bought 5 kilos of protein? powder?
No.
No,
No.
you should
No,
set
she's
your
saying
alarm
no.
for every 2 hours.
Oh no! I'm
even
not
through
eating
the
steamed
night.
chicken.
Have steamed
Even
chicken.
through the night?
Yep, you have to set an alarm in the night and eat chicken.
This
in
is
the
to get
middle of the night.
abs.
To get ripped, yeah.
What if you're vegan?
Then you can
No.
be like a thinner ripped version, like
Yeah.
those less they're less
Yeah.
like chunky muscles, or you
Can
could just do
replace
steroids.
chicken with Oreos? Is my
That's good.
question.
That's good.
If you want a ripped neck,
Yeah, and I do. What
yes.
did you learn about nutrition?
that fat is good,
Yes.
sugar is the devil.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Oreos.
meaty
Yeah.
things and things from like farmers markets where it's like raw milk,
Yeah.
That's like
Unpasteurized.
warm and
Yeah.
still tastes of like the sheep or the cow's
Tit.
tits.
yeah.
So as close to nature as possible.
What do cows' tits taste like?
Cheesy.
Cheesy.
Bobby got a parasite from milk as a child that wasn't pasteurized, so not that healthy.
Great. Absolutely great.
I think things have moved on now though, so they test it for Parasite.
Yeah. Yeah. You must actually. You must.
All right, well, no more Oreos then.
So yeah, what are you going to do?
Well,
could you take on
train
your
me,
first
please?
client? Would he be your first client of
My first client of
2020?
I want to be
Yeah.
able to fit into the shirts I bought about 3 weeks ago. I've actually put on weight since New Year.
Well, because you've been drinking so much.
Not so much. I've drank
So
like 3
much?
times.
Yeah.
But with, I mean, not that I've ever done Weight Watchers, but with things like Weight Watchers, if you have one glass of wine, you're not allowed any food. That day. So it's like your daily allowance
Yeah,
of
yeah,
calories.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And it's empty calories because where are your nutrients coming from?
I know, yeah.
Just not.
yeah.
Problem is,
Grapes.
if I
Grapes.
stopped drinking initially because if I drank like 2 or 3 pints after a gig, I'd always end up at the McDonald's near my house.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
it's just bad decision making when you've
Yeah.
had a few
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll cut that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you cry much? Or What's a lot? Do you? Because you do a lot of traveling for gigs, right?
Yeah.
Do
yeah,
you
travel
find?
loads.
Do you find that depressing? Because I've been doing a lot recently, and it's just on your own. It's like
Yeah.
a couple of times is okay, but if you're doing it constantly, I find it really
I do as
stressful.
well.
And
I'm really lucky in that I've got hoes in different area codes. So like my sister's
Mm.
in Manchester, my other sister's in Cardiff, my parents in North Wales. So every time I do travel that far and stuff, the drive, I
got-
just listen to the podcast radio
That's
And then
so
you see
good.
and then I
somebody
see
else.
somebody. Yeah.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, so that I am fortunate in that. So I don't do any crying on the road unless I'm listening to like a sad Desert Island Discs or
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because I keep getting it. And it is true, like having people like now Johnny and Sophie are in Manchester. Last time I went there and they were there. That was so nice.
Mm.
But like usually it's just like, oh God, I'm just going to go and sit on my own.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I went to Manchester the other day. I forgot to get in touch with Johnny and Sophie.
Oh. Well,
But it was nice. It's not. Well, I was supporting Jordan on his tour. there.
yes, we know you've been supporting Jordan on his tour. Snell. Oh my God.
I'm just trying to tell you why I was there.
Yeah,
and
please
that,
do.
And
Yeah.
that it was nice.
Yeah.
That's much more bearable.
Yeah, because
obviously,
it's
than have-
company.
Like,
Yes.
if you have to do, you had to do your tour on your own, didn't you? A lot of the time.
Don't point at me like that. And yeah, but I had openers at every gig, so there was someone there.
But they
which was
wouldn't
nice.
travel there and back with you, would they?
Not always, no. But the tour thing felt less lonely. I think what I found lonely is going to clubs where you're just on with a load of middle-aged men who have been friends for 20 years,
I don't mind.
and
that.
they don't. Well, because you fit in with them,
Thank you.
because you are a middle-aged man.
I'm a middle-aged
So
man now.
they fit in with you, yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas, and then I just have no conversation with them, and then just go back to a hotel room alone, and then travel back the next day alone. God, that just got so bleak, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, but it's true. It's,
Yeah.
it's the way of, it's the life we've chosen.
the way
Yeah.
of the
Or
samurai.
that's chosen us.
Has it chosen us? Do you think?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
It would-
Actually,
it would like
nobody's
to unchoose
asking.
us if
Yeah.
possible.
You must stop, please.
I found it quite depressing leaving when I supported you.
That's nice.
It was really depressing.
I
I
took
can
you for
imagine-
Wagamamas.
No, it was lovely. I imagine it would be quite sad if it was just you on your own there, because you're in this town that you've never been to before. It's quite quiet. You find a restaurant, that's fine. You have a bit of a meal. You don't talk to anyone there. You get to the venue. It's like it's empty.
I do that all the
It's
time.
like you're just doing your sound check. You meet the people, do your show, and then you're just driving home.
No, but you see, I find that less lonely than doing the club gigs
Yeah.
because people like you.
Do they?
So it makes it so much easier.
People are there to see
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So it's
Did you ever
nicer.
chat to your audience after?
Yeah, sometimes. So it's just more
Yeah.
welcoming basically. But you found it depressing
No.
doing a gig for me.
I found it
That's
depressing
good to
for
know.
you.
You were depressed
I
for
was
me.
depressed for
You
you.
left straight after you were done. Actually,
You
yeah.
told me to leave.
I know I did
'Cause we were driving
It
home
was a
separately
test,
'cause we
and
didn't
you
wanna-
failed. We didn't want to spend too much time together.
Yeah, so we got our own cars there.
Yeah, made sense actually.
Need to invoice you for that?
Oh fuck! I think I paid you.
No. Didn't invoice you.
Fuck.
I'm going to invoice you at the worst possible moment.
Great. Yeah.
When
do
you're
that.
at your lowest ebb.
Yeah.
You're struggling to pay your Pizza Express bills, and I hit you with an invoice. How much do you spend a month on Pizza Express now?
Don't make. What? Why are you attacking me?
I'm not attacking you, I'm
I
asking you a
haven't
question.
actually been to Pizza Express this year. So
We went... Didn't we go to a Pizza Express?
last year. the end of last year.
Were you there, Jenny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that last year?
Last
yeah,
year,
that was
yeah.
before Christmas. So
That was in my
fun.
drinking days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you don't drink
okay.
32 days.
Yeah.
Have you found yourself less emotional since not drinking?
Funny, you should say, well, I've only drunk once in January, and on the very 1st of January, hungover, you would have thought I would be like an emotional wreck. And I watched The Sound of Music, which normally really makes me cry, especially Climb Every Mountain. Fuck. And when she comes back from running away and then comes back, is flipping moving shit. But on New Year's Day, I was like, my New Year's resolution is going to be to try and hold it together a bit more. And I watched it and managed not to cry. And I was just saying the mantra in my head, she's just a shit nun. She's just a shit nun. and I managed to hold it together. And then I was so proud of myself that on the 2nd of January, it got shown again. I watched it again. It's a great film. And so, but yeah, I think I've cried less this year, probably like per day than I normally do.
Your ratio is down.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I
good.
think so. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I cried a little bit at Love Island the other day.
Was it sad or was it?
It was just really no, it was nice
Yeah.
because they hadn't cheated on each other.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's so nice
Worthy
when
of
that
tears.
happens.
Worthy
Yeah,
of
that's
tears.
so nice.
Just really moving. Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I've never really watched it.
I watched
but-
2 episodes like 3 weeks in with my mum, and I got quite into it.
Really?
Just from it's
I mean, it's
addictive.
It's
reality
really
TV is
addictive.
very
Get you.
good.
Yeah.
And then it's in all the tabloids and stuff, like all the stuff about what's happened in Casa Amor or
Yeah.
whatever. And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I really want to watch it.
Yeah.
I've been watching Eating with the Ex on BBC.
Oh right, I've
on
seen adverts
iPlayer.
for it, but I haven't
Yeah.
seen
It
it.
is. It's very interesting. It's people just
Really?
meeting up years after they split up, going, "Why did you cheat on me?" and having a dinner over it.
I had that recently with somebody that I went out with in my teens.
You
Yeah.
did a real life
and
eating with my ex.
we went out for a drink, and I was like, I mentioned about him dumping me,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, you dumped me because this is quite harrowing. I was like, you dumped me because I didn't sleep with you because I was like 15 or 16, and
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like, it wasn't happening. And so I was like, oh yeah, you dumped me because I didn't bone you, and all your friends thought that was
Yeah.
too shit, so you dumped me. And he was like, oh no, that wasn't why I dumped you. It was because it was too embarrassing. Everyone would take the piss out of me for going out with you. that I
What?
just dumped you. Yeah,
Why would they take the piss?
because I was part of the like, I don't know what the word. So Gwenny in Welsh, it means like sad, losery, like.
Gwenny.
Gwenny, yeah.
Okay. All right.
My email address at the time was Gwenny Jenny.
Oh, you just.
I just
owned
lent
it.
into
You
it.
owned
Embraced it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was maybe a couple of years after I was like my most Gwenny, but but it just means like not on trend and like not part of the in crowd. And so
Right,
there were the
okay.
townies, which he was a part of, and then we were the grungies, which is the people who wear cords and listen to Nirvana.
Oh yeah. Which is
and
now cool again.
yeah, but
Yeah,
at the time
so-
it was like way out of cool,
Yeah.
and so he dumped me because his friend, the mockery
Yeah.
he
was
received
so
was
bad,
so bad.
that he couldn't face dating
yeah,
you.
yeah. And so
Wow.
age 33, I was like, huh. I thought it was just because I wouldn't put out.
Nice drink. Otherwise, was it? okay.
So nice of him to tell you that. So necessary.
That's half your life away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. That's so funny.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
I mean, we're friends now. It's cool.
It's
but
really raining
quite funny.
outside.
It really is.
Yeah, really worried. I had a dream last night that I was in New York and there was a storm, and then a building fell down and crushed a man, and then 2 women died.
Yeah, that dream.
Yeah.
That was
Whoa.
your dream.
Yeah, so.
God, when you said that, you had that dream. I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say, that happened
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Wait, why? Did it?
That, yeah, you had a premonition.
What? To what?
No, I don't know.
Okay. God, you made me really scared then. So do you, are there stupid times that you've cried about things?
Loads. Sometimes. So one thing that I remembered when you asked me was in Edinburgh once. I was having an otherwise emotionally quite stable Edinburgh.
That's really impressive actually, because that's rare.
Well, wait.
Okay.
Because I was being quite like, okay. But then one morning, one of my housemates started telling me, he said like, oh, you know what really makes me cry is the film Up. And I was like, yeah, I think it was sad, but I don't even think I cried. Yeah. What was it about again? And then he starts telling me the story. And while he's telling it to me, I'm like starting to well up. And I was like, it was like, you know, when you're being tickled and you just get out of control. And you're just like, and it became, I was like sobbing and I was like, stop, like telling him to stop telling me the words. And he was like telling me the story. And as he went on, I was just like flowing tears and just like slamming the table, being like, stop it.
Did he keep going?
Yeah. He went on
What an arsehole. He's like, lovely. He's like, there's an old man and there's a balloon.
Sounds like you with the...
Me with what?
Nothing.
And then this year's Edinburgh, I didn't cry for the entire run.
Great.
And on the train home, I tweeted, or I was sat on the train home about to leave the station. I was like, haven't cried once this Edinburgh. Go me or something. And it got loads of likes. And then it was like, it's not a steam train. But it was like, starts pulling out of the station. And I was like, and just burst into tears.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it all pent up? Or was it just
I don't
relief?
know. I don't know what it was, but I just...
It's like finally you can breathe again. After,
Oh,
it's
that's
like,
true.
Like after
It's like-
holding your
It
breath
might
for
have been
a
that I
whole
didn't have a home, actually.
okay,
home
well, against the front. Makes sense actually, really. Yeah, you had nowhere to go. Yeah, you're on a train to nowhere. Yeah, I get that.
Oh no, I have to face real life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
makes
think
sense.
that might have been it. Don't know.
God,
But
the
yeah.
talk of Edinburgh is bleak.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
You
Wouldn't know.
excited about it?
No. No. I don't know. I like when I get off the train, when I get back to London from Edinburgh, it's like, it's quite an empty feeling. It's like, oh God, now what? You just go back home.
I love it. I'm so
I love being
thrilled.
home.
You're just
I love being home, but then the next day, you're like, what do I do?
I don't have that feeling
Yeah.
at all.
I feel like Edinburgh's so nice in that all your like a lot of your pals are in one place at one time where they're walkable distance to, and you're always going to see them. You're never going to have a day where you don't leave the house and you don't speak to another human, which I sometimes have in my life.
Yeah, I have that too, but sometimes I quite like that.
Yeah.
Just because it's a lot of small talk. That's the problem with the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of chat about comedy.
Yeah.
Which is very boring.
Yeah, can be. Yeah. True.
We're gonna be there for the first time in a few years.
Yeah, together. Yeah, we're not together.
No, but there at the same
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not living with you.
No, I'm not living with you. Have you sorted out your accommodation? This is quite a really boring conversation.
This is just admin chat now. I'm sorry.
Admin chat,
it's got to that point in the year where we're like really thinking hard about it.
Yeah. What deal have you got on your room?
Where are you living? What's the
No, it's just bleak. We do a part of the show of every episode where I tell a sad story just to try and make Sunil feel something. So I'm going to tell a sad story now, and
she's not. I guarantee it's just a piece of shit. This
Am I going to start slamming the table and sobbing?
Yeah, you might, but it's very.
Oh
unlikely.
my God! If you were to do that,
these stories are terrible.
No, they're not terrible.
They're not sad at all.
Sad,
they're usually like
stories.
here's an animal that got fat. It's
no,
like, that's not sad.
this isn't about an animal.
Can I say I've got a really runny nose anyway, so if I'm sniffing, it's just
yeah. Don't say that. Just go with it.
Okay.
Is it the flowers?
Oh no, I think it's the unseasonable weather. Well, seasonable weather. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
An uplifting and emotional ride for Rocket. Graham Harris, better known as Rocket, is one of those people who is referred to so much by his nickname that it's likely many people don't even know his real name. In fact, it's such a rare occasion that it's called Graham. Even his wife Alana rarely says it, that he has to think twice when someone refers to him as Graham. A lot of this at the beginning is about his nickname. His nickname came from his shearing days in his late teens and 20s, which he did for 11 years in the farming off-season. It's a bit
what
more
did he do in the farming
nickname.
off-season?
He did for 11 years shearing.
Shearing. Okay.
There's a bit more about the nickname. I guess it just came about because people thought I've got a bit of a quick wit, and it's just stuck since then, and now everyone calls me Rocket.
Good, established at the beginning of the story.
Why he is called Rocket.
Yeah.
There's a joke around the local community that during the Scadden fires, the firefighters were trying to contact Rocket on the two-way, but he couldn't hear them properly, so he wasn't responding when they were calling and referring to him as Graham. So it's just still talking about his nickname. Rocket.
Still more nickname stuff.
Have you read this? Have you read this already?
She never has read them. She's never read them. Have you read this one already?
Yeah. Yes, obviously I have. Obviously I did. So we've established that its name is Rocket. We'll get to the story in a second. I thought I was talking to the Salmon Gums captain, and because they were calling me Graham, I thought they had it wrong.
Harriet,
I kept saying,
pull yourself together.
I was Rocket. He said. Sorry, I'll get to the story in a minute. Then eventually they called me Rocket. And I responded.
Please.
Okay.
Please, Harriet.
So now it's a bit of a joke among the community, but at the time it was a bit serious because they were trying to find Graham.
Yes, we get it. Just tell us what happened.
Because his name is Rocket and he's also wanted to Rocket.
Yes, yeah.
And as we know, it's called Rocket. So, as the name suggests, Rocket was always ready to fire some banter over the two-way. But
Okay.
behind all the jokes, Rocket said he learned from a young age the impact that drought can have on farmers. Oh, it's taken a bit of a turn. Very sudden turn.
It wasn't supposed to be the sad story, was it?
There's more, but yeah. We're all farmers. We're all in the same boats. We wanted to do something to help. The recent hay run was the couple's third with farmers across borders. They brought their son along. Being farmer is very hard, so they're helping with the hay bales. The fires have been very difficult. The farm was hit by a lack of rain, and the dry conditions affected them a lot. So they bought a tanker, which was good because now you can't get them anywhere.
Harriet, what is this story about? Just tell us what the story's about.
I think it's about his nickname.
You
I
haven't
have to
read
say,
it.
I
You
think
haven't fucking read it, have you?
I think it's about his nickname. I think it's about why he's called Rocket.
It's from farmweekly.com.
The good thing about farming is if you get onto a good idea, you share it with others because we're not in competition with one another.
I can't-
Whether my
I can't do this
neighbour's crop
anymore. I
grows
can't
well
do
or
this.
not, it is not going
Give
to
me this
impact
laptop.
my crop. That's a good lesson. If my neighbour's crop grows well or not, it's not going to impact my crop. So that
what?
is-
Was that a sad story? That's
It's
not a sad
lesson.
story.
It is. He had a bad harvest, and then he's helping the other farmers, and also
His name's Rocket.
His name's Rocket, but
Is that the end of the story?
Is that the story? What was the headline that attracted you to this?
An uplifting and emotional ride for Rocket.
It's not.
I just saw it because you kept bringing back the two-way radio.
Yes, yeah.
I was like, it's going to be some kind of disaster
Yeah.
that happened, and
They had a hard time, and they're injecting some positivity, and he's got a very quick wit. And that's why it's
Can
called
you start
Rocket.
researching these stories? We
I
said
did
when we
research
revamped this
it.
podcast,
How
we were
do
like, you would read the stories first.
How much research do you think I had to do to find an article on farmersweekly.com?
A Google search. You just searched sad stories again, didn't you?
Uplifting stories.
You did not type in the word uplifting.
So what did that make you feel, Sunil?
Fuck off. Just annoyed, just really annoyed.
Really annoyed.
Yeah. Oh, happy with that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Big smile on her
Yeah.
face.
How did that make you feel, Jenny?
Jenny actually cried.
I really nearly had tears. I thought I nearly had coffee coming out of my nose.
Yeah.
But I can't say it moved me.
Yeah.
She simply can't.
You
Did you find it moving?
Yeah, because they had a hard time, but then
Who?
I liked the message. Rocket Graham but I liked the message at the end. That's why I picked it, because of the message at the end.
Okay.
Whether my neighbour's crop grows well or not,
Right.
it's not
if you-
going to
okay,
impact
please,
my crop.
If I close that story,
Yeah.
can you just tell us quickly what the story was?
Okay, there's a man called Rocket, but he's actually called Graham. But then everyone calls him Rocket because
Great, that's the end of that bit. So what
Yeah,
happened in the story? Yeah.
Well, then people would get confused.
No, I
because
know that.
His name was Rocket,
But what
but they
happened in the
called him
story?
Graham.
Yeah.
And then he didn't know when people were calling him Graham or not.
On the
He was
two-way
called
radio.
Rocket because he had a quick wit.
Yes.
But there isn't actually evidence of that from the story,
Okay,
but
yeah,
he
yeah.
says that's why.
Yeah.
And then there was a fire, and then on the two-way, they didn't know. They were
It was
saying Graham,
Rocket.
but he
It
didn't
was
know it was
Graham,
him because
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Rocket.
That I
And
thought had some legs for emotionalness.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
she
Then
didn't
that
go-
was over.
That
It
was
was
it.
just
that
about
was
name.
over. And
Yeah.
then there was a drought, and then the farmers are struggling, which I, as a farmer's daughter, I know farmers are struggling and it's bad. But then it all comes round in the end when he says that farmers' crops have good yield doesn't affect your yield. So that was the message at the end.
Fine.
Yeah. So that
I can't
okay with you?
No, it's not okay with me. That's not a story.
Yes, it is a story. It's on farmweekly.com.
I'm going to read it, actually. Give it. Don't close the
It's
tab.
actually very serious
I
because
want to
it's
read
all
it just
about
to
the
make sure you actually read
farming.
it properly. Give it here, please. What are you doing?
Oh, I think it's actually about the fires in Australia.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
Oh,
I thought
didn't
you were going
realise.
to
I thought it was in
get off.
England. Sorry. So that is serious because they've had really bad fires.
Yeah, I know.
But they're helping each other, and that's what's important. It's just a lot of it was given over to his name being called Rocket.
Yeah,
I'd say
yeah.
a good half of it, actually, and that's what got confusing.
And I think
Because-
once, because that really tickled me, the way they went on
Yes.
about that. And so I was so jubilant.
Yes, that's the problem. That
That then
actually
it was
is a
going to be too
serious-
much of a journey
Yes,
to
it
go
was
to
too,
crying.
We couldn't get
Yeah.
there to the. It is sad though because there's.
He's
really
sending
bad
care
fires.
packages and stuff to kids, and he's helping people.
Yeah, so he's a
You
good guy.
never said that.
Yeah, because I panicked because you were being so difficult. So I was trying to get to the crux, and then I just read the last sentence.
So he's taking a tanker of water around to people.
Yes, which is so nice of him.
You didn't say that though.
Yes,
You were just
because
like,
I
his name's
panicked 'cause I
Rocket,
was
but
trying-
it's Graham.
I was trying to skip through to the important bit, which is his message. The message he's trying to
You
spread.
what
can't do a
is the-
message without telling us why he's saying that message.
Is-
Oh.
Anyone
Is
can
the
have a good message.
Other farmers' yields doesn't affect my yields.
Yes, so he
Right.
can help other farmers, but I think it's a good message for us all.
How many tabs have you got open here?
None of your
1, 2,
beeswax.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23 tabs.
Yeah, all very important things, actually. Very important. Google Calendar twice.
Your horoscopes. There's 2 horoscopes there. Why don't you just use the calendar app?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I don't even want to get into this.
Just seeing what
Are
else
you
I
enjoying
had.
yourself, Jenny?
Okay, so yeah, should we just say, do you have any shows coming up that people could come and watch?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah.
Top-
It'll probably be in a few weeks, actually, that this will come out. So from now. So maybe at least end of March onwards.
balls.
I'm sorry.
Top secret. I'll be doing a
Great.
couple of pre-VI.
Lovely.
Lovely
Yeah.
stuff.
Not
Yeah.
sure what dates. I know I'm doing the 17th of February, but that's Irrel.
Yes.
So I'm doing a few towards the middle of the summer.
Great.
Top secret. Come to my Edinburgh show if I've got one, and
That's
and just
yeah.
generally Google me, follow me.
Do you have your dates on a website?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
www. dot
Very good.
H-
It's a tradition. That's
sorry,
how-
sorry.
No, it's good to do that.
HTTP
Yes.
colon.
S.
Yes.
Oh, is it with the rest?
Yes, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
www.
Yeah.
JennyCollierComedy.com/gigs, and there you'll find my
All your
gigs.
dates.
I've got about 100 in at the moment.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
Thanks. I don't know. I mean, I think I can't tell if that's good or bad.
That's a lot.
That's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good.
I mean, I try.
Yeah. That's all you can do, really.
I try really hard.
Yeah.
What a message.
Yeah. What a
It's
message.
all you can do, really,
Just
just
like
try.
Rocket.
Keep myself busy.
So my dates are on my website, harrietkemsey.com. Please come and see a preview because I don't need to end that sentence, do I? Just because. What about you, Sunil?
Yeah, I've got previews.
Okay,
Glasgow
great.
Comedy Festival, 14th
I'm
of
doing that.
March.
Oh, no, different date.
Glasgow Comedy Festival, 14th of March.
You said that.
All right, I'll do another one then.
Go on then.
Fine. West Didsbury Comedy Festival, 25th of April.
Nobody cares. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Follow us on Twitter and please rate and subscribe and give us a nice review and tell a friend.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you should. You should do that.
What, you just like you're going to say something?
No, I was listening to you.
Oh,
I was
okay.
agreeing.
You just look tired. Okay.
Well, I am.
Goodbye. Thank you for coming,
Bye.
Jenny.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thanks for
Jenny.
having me. Cheers.